Hello and welcome to the STB Racing League Season 17, Round 18. We are here for the Japanese Grand Prix tonight after a pretty long winter break, back after Christmas and New Year's. And it is fantastic to be back for what looks to be a very wet and damp qualifying session here, as I said, at the Suzuka circuit. So if the track wasn't difficult enough for all the drivers, they've got another hurdle to jump over with the rain pouring early on in this qualifying session. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what the pecking order is going to be for this one. But yeah, here at Suzuka, a very historic circuit, one that the drivers really love up and down the grid. I think it is definitely one of the best on the calendar. So yeah, it's great to be here, and I am joined yet again by Sync Buckley in the commentary box. How are you feeling tonight, Buckley?
Yeah, I'm feeling good, and I had a really good Christmas, and I hope everyone was watching had a great Christmas and Happy New Year. And in this track, Suzuka and the drivers, it's like a monsoon out there. It seems to be intermediate conditions. So they face...
And Shark's already off
Yep.
on his outlap at the first Degner.
Yep, they're facing a very extreme challenge tonight in the floodlights of Japan. Well, not the floodlights, but the rain of Japan.
Yeah, it's very dark, very damp, and very drizzly. So yeah, we've had 3 weeks off now. 3 weeks off of racing here in Tier 2. And yeah, it was last time out that F&T Kevin managed to clinch the championship in dramatic style, to say the least, with 5 thousandths, I think, separating him from grabbing the title and going to this round here in Japan. But yeah, F&T Kevin is your champion, but we can crown the Constructors' Champions tonight, possibly. Ferrari are needing to outscore Alfa Romeo by, I believe, 41 points. So it's going to be a challenge for them. But with the amount of 1-2s they've had this season, it's definitely possible for the two of them. You think they can do it tonight, Buckley?
Yeah, I definitely think they can. Ferraris have been superb all season, as you said, Kevin last time out winning his championship by 5 thousandths of a second. I mean, that's just insane. I think that he won his title within that gap for that amount of time. But I think they can do it. You know, they have Kevin and Vino as well, who's been great for us, so I can definitely think they can wrap it up tonight.
Well, we've got a few debutants tonight again. We'll run through a few of those for you. So we have Tommy Real, who's joining us for the first time tonight in the Mercedes. All of these guys, we're not really sure on the pace, so it'll have to be something that we'll watch out for as the session and the race progress. SFS Dean also joining us tonight. TTM Sadisi, who is an Irishman, just like you, Buckley, so
Hey.
I'm sure you'll be rooting for him deep down.
Yep, definitely.
And
like
FD
second
Max
three.
also
That's
is
right.
on his debut as well.
It was not from Rail. But
Yeah, in Sharkset's first lap, he was all over the road for a lot of the laps, so I don't think it's going to be very representative. At this stage, the Mercedes has boxed, but you see Janino is a whole 3.4 seconds faster in his Ferrari. And Kevin has invalidated his first lap,
yep, I think a lot.
obviously plenty of time in the session, but
Yeah.
Matt struggles as well on his first lap, so
A lot of people just trying to feel the track, put a lot of fuel in the car and go for as many laps as they can. Just to
Yep.
get used to it. We a spinner, agonized funnies on the wall.
Yeah, that's at the second
Yep.
Degner, I believe.
And then into the hairpin, I think.
Yeah, and he can't seem to get car turn around because he's got a load of cars coming past. But, not the start to the session he would have wanted. He's going to have to box for a new front wing. But yeah, intermediate conditions at the moment. The rain is looking pretty persistent, so I would suggest that is going to be the way it will be for the whole session, but we don't know what the weather's going to bring later on. So, not sure on that one, but Kevin is now on his second lap. At the moment, he's kept it clean. He's only through the first sector at the moment. Yeah, very important race for the Ferrari guys tonight. They're far enough ahead that if they don't clinch it tonight, they should take it. As FXBR Davi disqualified. I believe he crashed into the pit entry, and yeah, he's been disqualified. He's blocking entry.
Trying to get out of it. There was cars coming to the pit lane. He couldn't move. Fortunately, that's his qualifying over, and he'll be starting from the back no matter what. Still laps.
I want to point out, I've seen a lot of drivers struggling in these conditions. From what I've seen, it seems like a lot of people are running dry setups. So, do you think we're going to be expecting a dry race? And that's why everybody's struggling a little bit more in this quali session.
Could be a bit of both. It could be starting from dry and then end west, or it could be start west end. Let's segue more Cinefo. He's got a tank slapper. As I was saying, could be we just don't have any taking on our screen, so we don't know. But it does look like, as you said, the drivers are struggling, so most likely it will be a dry start. As drivers are struggling.
Here we got another yellow flag. I think that's thrown off Romeo at Spoon. Rumble with CJ Allen coming through the end of the first sector now. Yet to set a lap time halfway through this session.
Where are we?
Yeah, I think he's going for another run for a driver. Down in P3 at the moment. Teammate on provisional pole, but it is very close between the top three, and Shark not far off either. Trying to get a grip of these conditions now. Comes through Spoon. Pretty clean from the Alfa Tauri driver even. Obviously we've got no delta as he hasn't set a lap yet. But coming up, only a couple corners now for him to navigate. We'll see what he can do. Whether he can put himself possibly into the top 5. Final corner he comes. Comes up to the timeline now. Kevin goes fastest, and CJ Allen puts himself in P3 as well, not far off of Kevin's lap time, just in front of him. So good lap from him.
Maldi comes out of the pits there, as I think
Cineflow, big tank slapper coming out of the end of sector 1 on top of the hill.
He's got qualified.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe from what I can see, Cineflow is on a wheel. I believe he was on a pad at the start of the season. When I say start of the season, I mean the whole season so far. And all wide. Got a bit wheel spin on the exit of the hairpin.
Congrats, yeah, you can definitely see he's very uncomfortable. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think by the looks of it, Cineflow is trying to get it to grips also with his
Yeah.
wheel. Might be the first time he's driving in the wet as well, which on a wheel is a lot of a different experience. But yep, Dan Boss puts himself in P1, 4 temps clear of FPT Kevin.
Alan, he's not on that, he's starting up, I think.
Oh, Agonized starting with a massive slide through Degnal 1. He's caught it well. And he's lost a lot of time from that.
It's
He's got his teammate behind him on the track as well.
P6, 39.2.
Yep. One to note who seems to be struggling a little bit is EQR Matty, down in P9. And he is coming up to finish his lap now, I believe. So we'll see where this one puts him. Puts him P6. Still 1.1 seconds original pole. We've got a TSR Danger Man and McLaren is off. So Matt sliding through turn 1. He seems to have just parked it on the left hand side there. So hopefully he can get his car going again. But yeah, Matt, who I just want to double check, make sure I haven't got my information wrong, but I believe he is on a 2-win streak.
Well, he got damage.
No, I was wrong, so I take that back. But yeah, Matt has won 3 of the last 4 races in this Tier 2 championship, so he's definitely on good form at the moment. It'll be one to watch out for. He's coming up to a lot of traffic at the moment. Coming up to Spoon now. Team off Alley's put himself into P2, Buckley.
Yeah, he's a lap from McLaren. He's a few tenths back from Van Boss. Maybe a challenge for position is Tommy gonna wave from Matty there. So I'm just
Yeah, it looks like the 2 ahead aren't going to be jumping out the way as quickly as possible. They are just about far enough ahead, but SV Dean just coming into view now is going to be holding Matt up a little bit here.
Oh yeah.
Matt comes across the line, manages to put himself back into P6. Not a massive improvement though, and he does have to back off because the Williams is now starting a lap. VCR Shark also on a lap. He's been one that's been very unlucky this season, Buckley. But he's definitely shown that he's got the pace.
Yeah, exactly. He's definitely shown in quality anyway. He's got quite a few pole positions, I think. Whenever I was commentating anyway. And he's unfortunate in the race. He hasn't really been able to convert it into the win. He's shown it in qualifying, but not really shown it in the race, and that's what you need to do in the championship. And maybe he'll be wanting to fix that next season if he is in Tier 2. He will be. He's quick enough for turn. Yeah.
Yeah, he showed in Russia that he had really good pace, but again, just got caught up in an incident. He was a Tier 1 reserve as well. He did race in the Tier 1, and yeah, definitely showed his pace. Got some good points. So yeah, let's hope that he can have a better race today. Good to see him on the podium. He comes across the line, only improves by a 10th. So again, not really enjoying these wet conditions as much as you would have wanted. Interesting enough, TMR Fowler is on a lap, Buckley, but his fuel light is on. So he should only have this lap left. And he's not going to have time to pit and put more fuel in. So this could be TMR Fowler's final lap in this qualifying session. So we will stay with him as he approaches the final sector.
He goes through 13-14, looks fairly smooth to me on the power as well. Down
the rails, put himself up to P8. He's 2 seconds down.
It's down.
So yeah, I don't think he's going to have time to pit and come back out unless we do have a big timing glitch, but it does look like he's going to come in and box now. He is. So we'll have to wait and see if he can make it. Kevin is on a lap coming through the end of Sector 1. Top of the hill now. And Dean's out of the session. Buckley, I think, is on track. Oh, Down Boss has been blocked by Dean's retired car. And that is Down Boss's session over, Buckley.
Kevin's on the floor here. He's 6 cents up in the first sector. If that was the time glitch from my screen, but I don't think so. He looks like he's on the flyer. Going down into 12. He'll kick here into 13 to 14, trying to set himself up for 130 or straight. He's getting kind of swoosh in the middle of the corner. The apex. Right side, I guess he's on down into the 30 and see what his sector split is. It's speaking of and look, he's
7 temps up.
Yeah,
and this is going to be salt in the wounds for Dan Boss, who is not going to be able to respond, as he's had his lap ruined. So all Kevin's got to do is navigate these final 2 corners, and it looks as if he may have confirmed his place at the top of the grid for the start of this race. It's a 0.3, 5 temps clear of anyone else. Can anybody respond? Janino is coming through the first sector now. Oh, and he span!
Oh, Janino!
And he's dropped it on traction, and that's his session done and dusted as well. And I think that might be it, Buckley. I don't know who else can respond. Shark is on a lap.
Something. Shark as well, yeah.
Yeah, well, watch Shark, because he's coming up to the final sector now. He should be the first one to come across. Tommy Real is out of the session.
He's big.
He's retired in the pit lane.
So he's 7 temps up.
He's 7 temps up, yeah. 7 temps will put him towards the front. Could put him possibly on the front row with a good final sector. He will get a bit of a slipstream up the final corner, but it's not going to be enough. And the Haas ahead of him does a spin as well, and he comes across the line. It's P3.
P3 good lap.
So he puts himself in the second row. But good lap overall from him. CJ Allen's 2 temps up on his lap through the first sector. So keep an eye on him, Buckley, as well. We've got a yellow flag out on circuit as well. That's Danger Man at turn 1.
I fell in out lap. We're pretty sure we've got a time glitch again.
Yeah, we do, yeah. So, will he make it to the line? He might. He's coming around the final corner. Yeah, looks like he's going to make it across the line. Yeah. He does. So he's got time for another lap. But we are still watching CJ Allen, who is navigating his way to the start of the final sector now.
Our fella's off. He's the wall.
4 temps up, Buckley. CJ Allen, 4 temps up. Oh, and he's wide at 130R. And that's going to cost him a lot of time. He's on for possibly a 3rd row start here, or even a 2nd row with a brilliant lap. But that mistake is probably only going to put him on the 3rd row. Coming up the final corner now, comes across the line, and it did cost him too much time in the end. But P5 is a strong showing for him. And Shark, I believe, is on another lap. Buckley, 3 temps up. And he's 6 temps up in the middle sector. This is it. This is his chance to get on pole position. And nobody else is responding with lap time. So it is just Shark now, coming through the final 3 corners. All he's got to do is keep it stable, and he's got himself on pole position. Kevin is already retired from the session. He comes up to the line now, puts himself on pole. A brilliant lap from the Williams driver. 2 temps clear of Kevin at the top. And those 2 themselves are 5 and 7 temps clear respectively of Dambos, who did not get a chance to show his final lap in the end. But it is VCR Shark who puts himself with the best position in the house for the start of the race.
Yep, we were talking about this like literally 10 minutes ago about the importance of qualifying, and I said it's been probably one of the best this season. And he's proven me right, and he's just gone off and gotten through. We'll see. His kryptonite has always been the race this season so far, so we'll see if he'll be able to put that to bed tonight and win the race and put his race horse to an end.
Well, interesting enough, obviously we're talking about Kevin with a dominated season in reality. He hasn't won a race since Britain, so it'll be interesting to see if he can challenge. But here is your grid for the Japanese Grand Prix. So it is VCR Shark on pole position. Kevin just behind him in P2. Dan Boss only P3 in the end. Timor Afale P4. Cineflow put himself up to P5. We missed that, Buckley. Strong showing from him and CG Allen as well. That mistake at 130R did probably cost him a couple positions in the end, but strong showing again from him. Matty down in P7. Janino as well, down in P8, Buckley. That's going to be disappointing for him on an important day for Ferrari. TTM Sadisi in P9 on his debut, as well as F50 Max inside the top 10. Aganost Honey 11th, Tommy Reels 12th, Crooken 13th, Maudi 14th, S15 15th, Dangerman 16th, and Davy was 17th due to being disqualified in that session. But yeah, as I was saying, Kevin hasn't won since Britain. He's been on the podium in every one of those races since. Shows that he's always there or thereabouts. But he'll certainly be looking
It's a wet race.
for a strong showing here. But yeah, it is a wet race. Well, the start of the race is at least wet, so yeah. I mean, we had a lot of rain at the start of the Tier 1 season, and not a lot since, and it's been the other way around for Tier 2. It's been a lot of rain in the second half of that season. But are we expecting it to dry up? Possibly, but no sign of that as of yet.
Yeah, I mean, last wet race we had? Did we have
We've had a lot of wet races. I believe the last one should have been Singapore. We had wet, didn't we?
Singapore?
So, yeah, it would have been Singapore. Last week's Russia was completely dry.
Yeah, until the final two laps.
But yeah, since France, we've had 9 races, including this one, and this will be the 6th race that is wet. So yeah, that shows how much there is.
Yeah.
Crooken, it's already been disqualified from the formation lap, as well as Dean. So those two have come together. Their tyres are going to be stone cold. And Maudi and Dangerman has also been disqualified, so we're already half a grid down on the formation lap.
It's good.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a good fight up top 8. CG Allen and Cineflow looking like they're really enjoying these wet conditions. Janino and Matty maybe not so much, but they're always in that fight. So early bets, Buckley. Who's your money on to take the victory today?
Ooh, I'm going to predict the top 3. I'm going to say let's Dan Watts is going to win the race. Second, and I'm going to say TTM SDC P3. But I'm back my Irish boy. He's going to come through the field and absolutely vomit.
Well, it's a very audacious suggestion for the podium, but I like it. I'm going to go with Damos for the victory. I think he showed his pace in the wet in Singapore.
Yeah, I agree. That's
so. Yeah, with Damos. But I think you can never write off Kevin for the win, and Shark's looking very, very fast as well in these conditions. So it's going to be a good one, Buckley.
Yep.
Yeah, the rain is looking very, very light. So I think it's going to dry up quite quickly.
These look really light. Let's say maybe lap 7 or 8. Maybe disqualified in the last corner.
Yeah, and Davy as well, and F50 Max. So yeah, we have got half a grid.
Nice one.
Brilliant. But yeah, they're lining up onto the grid now, and I will give you a pre-warning because we get it every single week. There will be a glitch on the lights, so don't be fooled when they go out and the drivers don't move. But final driver on this grid at least, so DC, who you believe is going to be on the podium, is coming up into his grid slot now. And he takes his slot. As I said, the lights are on the gantry, but they are not actually on, if that makes any sense. So we will wait for the actual lights to come on. So here we go, Buckley. For the Japanese Grand Prix. And it is lights out, and away we go. Who gets a better start out front? It looks like Kevin's got a brilliant start, and Danboss in between the two of them. They're 3 wide. Going into turn 1, there's going to be a squeeze, surely. But Kevin takes lead, and there's been a bit of contact between Shark and Danboss, and he's been forced off. Danboss now trying to make his way up the inside of turn 2, but Kevin storms into the lead through turn 1. Matt's made a fantastic start as well, up into P5, and Alan and Cineflow also back in position in that first sector. But there's been a squeeze. Janino is trying to make his way past on Cineflow, and he does in the end. There's been contact, and Cineflow, and it is Sadizi caught up in that, and there's been a big crash. And Agonis Honey's been completely taken off. Tommy Brill's been caught up in that as well. Sadizi as well was one that could not go anywhere in that incident. Luke still got away with damage though, Buckley.
That's good, Alice.
And Danboss on the inside. Contact between the two of them. And Danboss does get through on the end, and this is now going to give Ofale the chance, possibly to go around the outside. Shark is in the squeeze, is not having any of that. Needs to hold his position, but Ofale's still going for it, and is not going to be able to get the move into Spoon. But Kevin is just driving away out in front.
And last one, he's chased. Singapore, we'll see if he can chase. Kevin down, gap of 1.2 seconds. Is that really doesn't matter?
Out on the back of Ofale. Thought about a move up the inside of 130R, but not in these conditions. Even in the best of conditions, that is very much. You've got to have some big balls on you to go for that move. So, yeah, Kevin sets fastest lap. It looks as if Dalmos is closing the gap slightly. As here comes Matt again into turn 1. Can he get the move this time round, Buckley? Too far back on this occasion.
Yeah, he's dead spot.
He's looking pretty decent at the start of this race. He's looking to possibly get his way past the two in front of him. But yeah, it'd be good to see if Dalmos can close up to Kevin. It'd be great to see those two have a bit of a battle for the lead. Gap's staying pretty consistent at the moment. But we are only on the second lap.
Shark gets a tank left of this, could leave off alley. He can get inside into the hairpin here.
I thought about it. Shark this time went defensive. Didn't want the same move done to him that happened on that last lap with Damos coming up the inside.
Ooh, Alan, you touched the grass now. He's 1-1. Give Gino a chance down to 130 after these two sequence corners. This thing just
Somehow Buckley, Agonos Fanny has not lost that much time from the spin that he had. He must have reset to track, because he is still in that train, although it is a little bit cut off from the rest. Yeah, he's still in this race, so he's made up 2 positions as well on this lap as well. So yeah, pretty good from him. Dan Moss with the fastest lap, and he's in 4 attempts. So look at that pace that he's showing.
Yeah, anything. Showing his pace, he's showing Singapore.
Yeah, he's completely dropped Sharp already, who himself is
so
looking pretty decently. Kevin's gone wide, and that's only going to give Dan Moss even more of an incentive to try and get his way right on this diffuser. Obviously going to be very difficult to overtake in these conditions around this track. Oh, and Dan Moss touched the curb! Oh!
That was the hard.
Don't want to be touching that curb with these conditions.
He's just trying his game. The last few laps.
Yep, but he looks as if he's closing up straight away, which is what we want to see.
Yeah,
but top 8, all within a second of each other. F50 Max as well, showing some good pace on his debut.
Yeah, the first image, he looks quick behind it. Name of ALPH. Not mouthful and a half.
You should call him Jelly.
As got Shark, he's I was looking for our driver. We've got Dan Boss, he's close up to Kevin.
Yeah,
He's
Matt
close
as
to
well,
get back
still
to-
eyeing up Ofale. Looks to have possibly lost a bit of time to that front chicane though. Although, it looks as if Ofale's had a really poor exit,
Matt.
Buckley. And here
Yeah.
comes Matt
Oh.
in the slipstream. And it's going to be side by side into turn one. It looks like he's got the move done, which is important for him. But Ofale may try and fight his way back around the outside. It's going to be side by side through turn two, but Matt slams the door shut in his face. And he gets the position done into P4.
Yep, it's all move from Matt. He's going to carry his way up into the podium up there. As he chases down STB and VCR and Shark. Gap between them is 1.1 seconds. As Ophel, he's just staying behind Matty for now.
Yeah, sticking with him though. Very 10 second.
Yeah.
It looks as if we've
Big
got a
flag.
spinner, and that's Tommy Reel on his debut. He's off in the gravel trap. I'm not sure how he's ended up out there, but it is at the top of the hill, so he's possibly touched the curb. And that is his debut. Ruined a bit, but there's plenty of laps to go. Plenty can happen. It looks as if Ofale is really struggling on traction. Buckley has now got CJ Allen to worry about behind him. He looks very quick through the corners, but on traction he's really struggling.
Yeah. That could indicate maybe he's at a different setup racing for maybe. Not too sure. As we're still waiting for Dan Boss to maybe
Yep.
on Kevin.
Well, it's looking as if Ferrari aren't going to get championship at the moment, but as I said, plenty of time still for these two to make their way up. Kevin sitting comfortably in P1, but he's got Dan Moss breathing down his neck. But Janino's not quite had the same luck. Down in P7, and is in this train for what is P3 at the moment. But he's not a million miles off. We've got a
Flag.
the other flag, that's Avi on the corner. Is he out? No, he's in the pit lane, so he's still going. And Ofale's had a spin. So Ofale's off at the top of the hill, and he's done the same thing that Tommy Reel did on the previous lap. And I think he's just touched the curb, and he's just got a 10-second time penalty.
Oh,
For being off the track, and I think he might be out of this session.
He is.
That's a shame for him because he had some real pace as well. But it just shows you how easy it is to go off in these conditions. But yeah, that is now an 8-car train down into 7. But Shark is struggling, which is surprising, Buckley.
Yeah, exactly. As I said before the race, he's not really showing his pace. He doesn't qualify in the race. So
Got a yellow flag, and that's for, I think it's DC.
that's
No, it is for Agnes Honey.
agonized.
Yeah, Agnes Honey off at Spoon. Your man is still in contention, but Dan was for the fastest lap of the race.
Being very upset if he was over half. But anyway, who's close to him?
Well, Matt's closing up on Shark, and Janino's still chasing CJ Allen. But apart from that, and obviously the battle for the lead, not massive amount of battling going on.
I mean, really looks like he's going in danger now. Like a pretty easy move for him.
Yep. Down the inside,
He's
on
straightforward,
Danger Man.
yeah.
Gets it done. Ofale's out of the session, Buckley.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his race done, unfortunately.
That's important. He was looking in a really good position in top 6 or 5. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Matthew wasn't it? Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, he just got overtaken by Matty, but was right in his gearbox.
Right.
So, still had the possibility of a podium. But yeah, the two out in front are pulling away at the moment. We've got another yellow flag.
Another yellow
I think that's
flag,
just
yeah.
for Ofale's car.
Yeah.
Some reason on this track, if there's an off at turn 1, there's a yellow flag from turn 1 backwards all the way to hairpin. spoon. So
Okay.
not sure why it does that, but Janino, it's Kevin Zett's fastest lap. His teammate Janino is closing on CJ Allen. Still not close enough. CJ Allen really showing his pace in these conditions.
Kevin just seems to be maintaining the gap. So Dan Ross seems to be somewhere tenth even the last few laps as he's closing down Shark and between Allen, as you said. Those are probably the closest battles on track right now.
Bram Wilson's just pointed out STB Audi is in the points at the moment, but he has got a tendency of crashing his Renault, so keep an eye on him. He can keep it on the track.
I think we're sick for Renault.
Yes, that definitely was his worst race of the season. I'm surprised they produced that many in a season, let alone for one race. So
many front wings, the wood and the sauce were coming out to make
and he still didn't finish the race. So. Matt's closing on Shark.
Here we go.
Yeah, Matt not quite on the pace of the front two, but certainly is looking quick. And Damos even closer on Kevin. So we're gonna have to look at this battle instead. But yeah, this is really heating up between the two of these now. He is looking very close on the exit of the final chicane. Buckley, can he get the move possibly into turn one? He might be a little bit too far back. One thing to mention though is Damos is using a little bit more ERS than Kevin. Kevin's still on a solid 65%. Damos about half of that. So to see Janino and CJ Allen into turn one as well, really close. CJ Allen just put his car where he needs to keep the Ferrari driver behind.
I think in the wet it's very hard to overtake somebody when you need to the traction from the last corner or whatever corner you're trying to overtake. Traction needs to be spot on, and it's very hard to overtake in the wet.
Well, I mean, even if you nail the exit, especially at the hairpins and the final chicane, in the wet, just the nature of those conditions, the driver in front is just going to fly out. So you're going to have to get an absolute mega exit to even get close.
Ooh, Stark, I think he's even a bit defensive there from Matt.
Yeah, and interesting enough, CJ Allen is keeping the gap to Matt as well. So if these two start battling, Shark and Matt, then it gives CJ Allen and Janino the chance to get himself in that podium hunt. So yeah, we'll see how this unfolds. Damos again, really close to Kevin. He seems to get a really good exit out of Spoon, but just can't get close enough into the final chicane. We'll just watch on board his exit. I mean, it looked very clean, but Kevin just flies out in front. And he's now in slipstream. Yeah, just can't get close. We've got a yellow flag. That is for Sadizi.
No.
That's your man, Sadizi.
No.
Did he hit the wall? He looks to have got no damage. Possibly just had a bit of an incident with the curb on the inside of 130R. Yeah, it's a shame for him.
The two random boys here.
Yeah, at the moment he's just keeping it on track. He's making his way up through the points.
Lap 11 Malin, mark my words. And who's?
Would you think just Mali for the podium?
Yeah. It's an extra. In maybe an unmarked engine. Oh, speaking of penalty.
It's like he heard us.
Bit too much power in Maddie.
Yeah, he's, as we said, he's just keeping it on the track at the moment. Not necessarily got the pace, but it is a race of attrition. We're only a third of the way in. I've lost 2 drivers so far, but it's realistically the only top 8 that are relatively close together, all spread out by about 10 seconds. So, yeah, Kevin with the fastest lap, responding to Dambos, possibly using a bit more of his ERS. No, he's still got a good amount of ERS, so strong pace from your Tier 2 champion.
Yeah, it's not really expected, is it? He's the champion and he's putting in performance tonight.
Yeah, he wants his first win, as I said, since Britain.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what he's aiming for. He's although he's, as I said, stood on the podium every race since. Yeah, he's definitely missed that winning feeling, I'm sure. Despite winning the championship 5 races early. Matt seems to be struggling in that first sector to keep with Sharp, and then he claws it back through the second. Very similar for Dambos as well.
Yeah, that could mean maybe they're running less down.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a bit of joy coming.
Oh, it's still raining at the moment.
I don't know. Yeah,
I thought it would have stopped by now, but we may have a full wet race. Not sure, but possibly the 2 Renaults will be battling soon as well. But there's going to be a bit of team orders down at Renault, or is Maori going to give his teammate a bit of a rough time? Sinful looking the quicker of the 2 at the moment, but and Damos as well, closing the gap yet again to Kevin. He seems to just be trading lap times at the moment. Into turn 1, Kevin's gone a little bit wide. But not really an overtaking opportunity in this first sector. His teammate as well is chasing. So one of the Ferraris getting hunted down, the other one doing the hunting. Janino's going to have to make his way up if he wants to get this championship. But by the looks of it, Amos is going to make sure that doesn't happen. So he's in a very strong position.
I was just going to say that Dambos, he's using a lot of his ERS.
Yeah.
And if they were to box now for a choice, he wouldn't the ERS to fight. So his ERS is looking quite low. Doesn't seem to be using it a lot to try and keep up with Kevin. As Kevin, he's got plenty of ERS. That's the race. He's probably just going to save for the end of the race in case Dambos tries to mount an attack. As Matty, he's got a fair amount of ERS, same with Kevin. A lot more than Shark.
Yeah, I believe. Janino as well has got a lot of ERS to use on CG Allen when he wants to mount an attack. But I do correct myself, Buckley. Ferrari need less points than I thought they did to take the championship today. And Janino's the first to box. Very early stop. She's ready for a set of inters. Yeah, it's way too wet for the sun dries. So he's the first one to go on inters. I assume he's going to take them to the end. Wanting to get that undercut on CJ Allen, which obviously don't blame him for going for. But is he going to get held up by the 2 Renaults battling here? As we see, Cineflow is going to finally make a move on Maudi, Buckley. Maudi goes defensively inside. Cineflow has to back out of that one early. It's good defending from Maudi. Janino at the moment isn't going to get held up by these 2, but the pace that we'd expect him to run at, chances are he is going to catch them pretty quickly. So,
yeah, and the biggest difference between new inters and old inters is quite large, the difference between those 2, and I think he's definitely going to get a huge undercut on Allen as well. We'll see that next few laps, see how it's turned out.
Yeah, so Buckley, I'll just I'll rephrase what I said earlier about the Constructors' Championship. Alfa Romeo actually need to outscore Ferrari by 5 points to keep that championship alive. And with Dan Boss being the only Alfa Romeo in this race, it is looking difficult for him. But if he can take the victory off of Kevin, and Juninho possibly slips up on his charge, then very possible. But yeah, it is looking more and more likely that Ferrari are going to take it in this race. Maudi's still going defensive on his teammate. Cyril is going to be shaking in his boots. Possible team orders, as I said, down at Renault, but nothing as of yet.
Because Silver can off the move because the two's too far back.
And Matt getting really close now. Back a shark, so we'll switch to him, see if he can make his way onto the back and possibly round Shark, making a little bit of a swerve. Obviously not happy that he can't get his way past Shark. But yeah, I fully expected Shark to really challenge the front two, and possibly for his first victory, but not to be as of yet. And Juninho now on the back of Cineflow, luckily, so this is going to hurt him. It's really going to hurt his chances of undercutting CJ Allen. And he's side by side at the hairpin with Cineflow. He needs to get this move around the outside without losing any time. But they are side by side. He's going to have to back out on Cineflow. Oh. So yeah, he's really, this is not going to help him one bit. Obviously wanted to go for that undercut, but they couldn't get him out in a gap. But is he going to go for the move on Cineflow again, possibly into 130R? So we brave from the Ferrari driver. Yeah, he backs out of that one. It's better of it. He needs to get past these two, otherwise his race is done. Oh, bit of contact between the two of them as well. He's just getting held up corner by corner. He is very close to Cineflow, but he's not using his ERS, so he knows that he can't get past. And this is disastrous from Ferrari. This as well, it could possibly drop him behind Crookham, because those him and Max weren't that far. Weren't that far off the back. He's just all over the back of him. These guys obviously on Inters from the start of the race. And Juninho, fresh Inters. This as well is just going to be tearing his tyres apart as well. So yeah, it's not good at the moment.
Yeah, Cineflow has the right to fight him. I mean, there is no blue flag, so he has the right to fight him. It's just affecting both of the races.
Well, I think for Cineflow, I guess it makes sense. He's not going to let Juninho through because he's just driving as fast as he can. If Juninho gets past, he gets past. But obviously for Juninho, no DRS to help him get past. He's going to have to get creative and possibly try and find his way around through the corners.
You're both close this time.
You can get a good run through 130R.
These teams can do it.
It's just a little bit too far back on the final chicane. Thought about it up the inside. But yeah, he just can't get the exit off here. And Maudi boxes. Maudi is in the pits. And that could help Juninho now. Cineflow going very defensive. Juninho senses his chance, but there's just not enough straight lines to be without DRS. And Cineflow keeps the position.
He's just
parking his car in the right positions. Yeah. Juninho with a big slide as well. And Maudi on mediums.
Oh, here we
on a set of mediums. The rain has stopped, but it's way too wet.
It has stopped. I didn't realise that. Yeah. So maybe next few laps, maybe we'll get right.
Laps, and that is really gonna ruin Juninho's afternoon even more.
That's
I'm on board with Maudi.
Yeah.
Yeah, just no grip.
That energy.
But he has reminded us though that it has stopped raining. So who will be the first to blink, and it looks like Matt is right on the back of
Matt.
Shark as well. Buckley possibly going to go for a move
Here
here.
we go.
Shark's in AI mode, so that'll be why Matt's closed up to him. Shark in AI
All the
mode,
batteries.
and he's boxed.
Oh,
His AI's boxed.
No, I bet
And
Palace for Inters as
It's
well.
going to be for Inters, yeah.
Maybe he's controlling off batteries or something.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's
Into the pit. No, the softs.
Softs, never mind. I stand
Soft
corrected.
compound tyre.
His AI is a
Oh,
genius.
CJ Allen as well as boxed. Buckley.
His AI is a genius.
Oh, let's look at CJ Allen, Buckley. He's the first to blink. Oh, and Maudi's off. And Maudi's span. That's spoon
Getting so
curve.
confused. Oh, Juninho, he's off as well. As Tommy Ray, he's right behind. As Juninho, he was trying to go for a move.
I
Got
think it's,
pushed up by
I think it's too early, Buckley, for
he's
Soft
retired.
out. I think it is too early. Look, you see CJ Allen ahead of these guys, Buckley. And yeah, they're catching him
Yeah.
Oh! Throws right on the inside. He's getting frustrated behind Cineflow now. Yeah, it's way too early for those
Yeah,
soft
it's
tyres.
way too early, yeah.
Oh, what a shame from CJ Allen. Because he was on for a great afternoon, Buckley.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Just wrong
Juninho
strategy
makes
call.
his way past. First Degner on the second Degner. Finally gets his way past now.
This is definitely going to work out for Matty. He's going to
Yeah.
possibly see that
Well,
everybody's struggling.
if he can call the conditions right and better than the two ahead of him, it could be an
Needs to
opportunity
be-
for him.
Yeah, it needs to be shown when the DRS is enabled. That's probably the prime time hit. Those softs or mediums will have one to go on.
Oh, and there's a three-way battle, Buckley. It's Shark on the softs.
Oh,
They're
here
going
we
three
go.
wide. Oh my
my
goodness, it's
God.
contact. And Shark as well on the softs. Is
Oh, Juninho.
And Tommy Real has come past as well, Buckley. Tommy Real, as after having this incident at the start, possibly in for a very good result here. He's right on the back of Juninho. He's on very old Inters, but Cineflow is not letting Juninho through. Oh! Yeah, and here comes Juninho on the outside of Cineflow, Buckley. Can he get the move into turn one? Finally! And there's a safety car. We've got a safety car. It's for Agonised Honey. He's hit the wall, 130R.
Oh,
He's off at
this has been a
130R.
head wreck.
And Juninho did get the move on Cineflow, Buckley, before the safety car came out.
Yeah.
But surely they'll box. Is it going to dry up though?
Wait a minute, this will help Shark out, this will help.
Yeah, they'll all be back in the race. F50 Max is one that it will very much benefit. On his debut, Buckley is now going to be P4, no penalties, in the train for the lead. What do you think, Buckley? Are they going to box? It does look dry.
They have to box. They
does look
they
dry.
have to box. They have to.
Yeah, but what if it's
No,
one of
wait.
those races where it just doesn't dry up?
Oh!
Well, we'll see what they can do. It's not our decision to make, obviously, and I'm glad it's not. So,
That'll be
yeah, they're boxing.
Here we go. Kevin's in.
Both into the pits.
And in.
I think they can't risk losing out.
Yeah.
They should all be on a set of softs to the end.
That's it. Yeah.
That is the pits. F Max will be the next as well.
Gonna do Shark Wonders because he's already pitted for softs. So he
Yeah,
doesn't
but
need
where
to
would
pit
he?
again.
Oh, he's miles back.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Somebody's. Oh! Cineflow! He's after hitting
Bicycle
something.
penalty. Make contact with
Went-
Juninho.
He's went into the back and he's got damage.
Crooken's on mediums. Interesting. The F2 Max on a set of softs. You said. Juninho boxes. Cineflow follows him in. Tommy Real as well. Shark as well. Hume just wants a new set of softs. As his would have been a little bit burnt out. Your man Sidisi
Oh,
will be back in this.
Safety car. Safety car to spice up this race. Here we go. Here for it.
So everybody going to dry tyres now. Does look as if that is the right
Shark
decision.
with Shark's got a front wheel change.
Oh, So that'll be why he's boxed.
Dear.
Where's he going to come out? Is he ahead of Tommy Real? Yes. So yeah, he's still in this fight. Possibly not for race win. That was going to be a tough one, but possibly for a podium. Possibly for some good points. Top 5. I'm not sure why Crooken's gone on mediums, Buckley. Softs would comfortably go to the end. So
Sinflow, he's had a spin again. He's having.
Not his afternoon. He defended well against Juninho, but
yeah, he's having quite the afternoon.
Yeah, he had a very tough one in Russia as well, if you remember. Not a good time for him. He's the man who has a race victory this season. One in Baku, obviously. Managed to beat Kevin in the 9 stages. Managed to keep him behind.
There for that.
Yeah, but you know that shows that he has the potential. He's run a race. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's deep down there somewhere. He just needs to find us and bring it out. I have belief someday in the future. As they're all just queuing up behind the safety car for a few laps now. Just trying to get the tires nice and heated.
Be out possibly for another lap due to danger being quite far behind. Could come in this lap, as most of the field will be caught up.
Yep.
Actually, by the end of the lap, Dangerman's not going to be that far off the back of them in reality, so...
It could be the end of this lap.
Yeah. Looks as if the sun is about to pop out the clouds somewhere in there. It's getting a lot lighter.
So this will really show the difference in setups. To see who has gone with a dry setup and who has gone with a really wet setup.
Well, they obviously knew that it's going to dry up at some stage.
Yeah.
As, we assumed as well.
Let's see.
Did I just see... No, don't worry. Looks as if Danboss had a bit of front wing damage, but no, he's alright.
No, he's fine.
Yeah, Dangerman, I think, will catch up to the back of this train, Buckley. Yeah. So
Yeah, he will, yeah.
I assume it'll be in this lap, which is good. The more laps of racing we get, the better.
Maybe might catch or...
Be close, but by the time they slow down through spoons, let the safety car go, should be pretty much there. But we'll see whether the game chooses to do that or not. We will know as he comes across the second sector line.
No.
Nope, doesn't look like it. Going for another lap in the safety car.
One more.
So we will have... no, what? Safety car in this lap?
That was late.
Surely not. Surely that's a glitch.
That was late. No, it is.
No, it's in. So this is it. And Matt's left the session. Oh my goodness. Oh, and that's given F to Max in his debut a brilliant chance of a podium.
Max up his debut.
As he makes his way.
Here we go.
Well, he's inside of Matty right now as we see CJ Allen making his way. Oh, there's been contact. And Crooken's round and he's out. CJ Allen possibly looking for a podium as well, Buckley. Although he has just been caught up in that incident. But yeah, these guys are already losing the back of the top 2. But we're kind of expecting that. And Sharks had a spin, Buckley. Another disaster.
Is the Irish boys in the points?
He is.
Come on, son.
He has got a penalty though, which may hang over his head for this race. But the battle for the lead, Buckley, is really heating up now.
Here we go.
This is what we want.
Wait for.
And Juninho has made his way.
Here we go.
So this is it then. Danboss. Well, Kevin, who himself has had 9 victories this season. Danboss is yet to win in STB. Got very close in Singapore in the race where he should have won. And CJ Allen's lost a load of places, Buckley. He's had an excursion at 130R. Not 130R, sorry, Spoon. This is really heating up at the end of this race now. And Damos is pushing Janino through that final corner. And this could be his biggest chance, Buckley. He's in
Kevin's
slipstream.
going
He's not got DRS though, he's not got DRS. And he's going to be too far back on this occasion, so he's going to have to wait another lap.
Yeah.
Oh, and Kevin's made a mistake. Oh. Touch the grass.
Kevin's feeling
inside.
the heat.
Here we go. Damos just looking really strong and in his element around this track. So, the battle for the podium could be Juninho who stands on the podium still after a difficult race for him, but F50 Max is looking very strong in his debut.
Yeah, he's definitely P3, incredible performance so far. I mean, upset positions as well.
Yeah.
And he seems to be keeping up from Juninho.
Yeah, I think if he can keep this P3 and get the podium, I think he's probably going to be driver of the day.
Driver of the day for me anyway, yeah.
So we'll see what he can do, but Dambos is getting really close to Kevin now. Is he going to go for a move into the final chicane, Buckley? He's right there. Is he going to go for a move up the inside? Oh! Backs out of it last minute, and he looks as if he cut that corner there, Buckley. That's going to be a warning for him at least. There's no DRS yet. There's going to be one more lap. It should be activated now. But he is right in the slipstream, and he's a little bit too far back, Buckley. We're not going to get the move done. He's still there. And Shark's made his way back past his teammates. In his hunt for some good points at least.
Would you imagine Dan Boss wipes out Kevin and Max wins the race on his debut? Could you imagine?
That would be a story to say the least.
Oh my god.
But he's got Juninho breathing down his neck now. So
and Tommy Real on the podium as well. Come on.
Yeah. Max has got one of the top drivers in the tier 2 breathing down his neck now. I'm not sure how long he's going to be able to hold off with that DRS now being activated. But I think even, you know, top 4, that is a brilliant result if he can hold that. Tommy Real as well in 5th. So we'll try and keep an eye on both battles. I think Matty's back in the session, Buckley. Yeah, he's just overtaken Sin and Flo, but they are battling by the looks of it. And my Deltas have gone. Have you got any Deltas?
Yep.
Well, it looks as if Janino's going to make a move into the final chicane on F50 Max. Around the outside, and he's got the move done on he's him!
He's took him out.
Oh no!
Oh, where's it up for?
Oh, Janino taking the escape road back onto the track. Interesting. But that's his afternoon ruined, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's like a three-way battle. There's like a four-way battle. Three-way battle, I don't know.
Oh, here we go.
Down here.
Oh, what's up in there? Big crash, smashing the wall. Danger man's out, Matt's out of the session. And
that was huge.
What happened there? Safety car. We've got another safety car with 4 laps to go.
It was like 3 wide, 4 wide, and
I think it looks as if there was a bit of lag possibly on. Yeah, a bit of lag contact. And Matt
I just realised Tommy Real P3.
Oh, surely he's got the podium.
Surely.
I mean, CJ Allen behind's got a penalty, so unless Sharp or Juninho can make a charge late on, but this safety car's going to be out. Well,
1 lap.
End of lap 25, realistically.
Dictating 2 laps.
It will come in the end of lap 25. I mean, we'll only have 2 laps of racing.
Yeah, Kruken is the only one. He's not too far behind.
Damos is going to have to get creative with his overtaking, because we've seen he can't overtake Kevin in a straight line in the slipstream.
So if it comes in 25, 6, 7, I don't think we'll have DRS.
No,
He'll have, yeah, exactly.
So I think it's going to be difficult for Damos to win this race, but it is there. It's there for the taking. So the whole train is pretty much going to be on, in line when they reach a safety car, which is at the exit. of turn 2.
Confirmation from Matty says his Xbox died when he was looking on the podium. That's what happened to him. I see it there on Discord, so that's what happened to him.
Well, I guess in a way, then it's a good thing that the championship was wrapped up last week, because this is not the end of the championship we would have wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
But it is looking as if Ferrari have won that constructors, unless there is a big shuffle up in the order in these last, well, realistically last 2 laps of racing. It could come in the end of this lap, we don't know, but I don't think it would only be out for, well, not even 1 lap. So I think it will be the end of next lap that it will come in. So I guess we'll discuss whilst we're on the safety car. Who is your driver of the day at this stage, Buckley? I think for me it's got to be Tommy Real.
I was just about to say, if it stays like
9
this,
places.
That's
Yeah.
That's just. It is the debut, if I'm correct.
Yes.
His debut.
His debut.
That's
We were talking about
that's
F1 Max
incredible.
being in that position. Obviously, he made a mistake, which has cost him, but gives Tommy Real the opportunity. Possibly of a race win, we don't know. But
we will.
as long as you can keep CJ on the shot, it should be good. But will we see the safety car come in this lap?
Surely.
Well, I think it'll stay out for another lap. It never really only comes out for a lap. It's at least 1 flying lap.
We did see it.
Yeah. But I don't think it will be this lap. Yeah, no, it's going for another lap, so it will be 2 laps of racing, Buckley. 2 laps.
2 laps to end the workshop last week, or not last week, the last race we got a really dramatic end to that. Hope for the same.
Well, we've seen Kevin and Danbos have been following each other the entire race. Danbos just cannot get past, but he's got 2 laps to drain his battery, 2 flying laps, send it all he can on Kevin, try and get his first victory in STB. I believe we've only had 4 race winners this season, 4 different race winners, which is, yeah. Oh no, 5, sorry, because, yeah, I think we've 5 different winners this season in Tier 2. So it'd be great to add a 6th, definitely, but Kevin is very, very strong in all conditions. He doesn't seem to be affected by pressure whatsoever, so I don't think he's going to be overly worried. But Damos has been looking very, very quick in this race. So Buckley, this is it then. The 2 late safety cars. Two safety cars within, what, 8 laps? Last 8 laps. So
yeah, that's mad. Who is your prediction for the race win? Kevin, Danbos, or Alan?
I gotta go Kevin. I think, although Danbos has really been pressuring him, breathing down his neck, he hasn't looked to get around him at any stage. It's very, very difficult to overtake, especially with that DRS. So I think he's got this.
I'm probably gonna say the same. I'm gonna say Danbos, and then Kevin's gonna lose it, and then Tommy will P2, and then Kevin P3.
Yeah. Well,
that's my prediction for the end of this race.
Safety car has peeled away. It is now Kevin to slow down the pack. So, who's going to take the victory? Kevin's gone early by the looks of it. And Downboss can't quite keep up with him. And F50 Max has got a penalty as well. Coming out that chicane. And a great restart from Kevin in front. Tommy Real under pressure from CG Allen, but seems to have got a position. Now F50 Max down the inside of SFS Dean into turn 1. Can't get the move done, and Dean holds it in P7. Defending from the Williams driver, very close between the two. Cineflow now looking on. looking to get that position. He's got no penalties, so he's looking for some good points. But further up the field, looks as if Kevin has a brilliant restart, as we said, and Damos 7 tenths behind at the moment. And Janino as well, right on the back of Shark. He could be trying to make his way into P5. This is still the battle for the podium, but I doubt Janino is going to make 3 places up in what, a lap and a half. It's going to be very difficult for him. But we'll watch the battle out in front, although Kevin is looking to pull away. Damos is still there. CJ Allen on Tommy Real. Tommy Real really under pressure now, and he's run out of deployment. Buckley, CJ Allen's chance to possibly send it round the outside of the chicane. Oh, he's giving him a squeeze, and he defends well, keeps the position.
Big squeeze.
And the battle out in front, Buckley. It looks as if Kevin's going to stay well clear of Dambos. He does get the fastest lap, but here comes CJ Allen on the inside of Tommy Real. Tommy Real's going to give him the squeeze. CJ Allen can't go up the inside there. Backs out last minute, and here comes Shark and Janino possibly in this battle as well for the podium. Can Tommy Real hold on? Half a lap is all he needs to get his podium on his debut, and CJ Allen's now really struggling, and Shark's going to try and make his way past, but Dambos as well, Buckley, is closing on Kevin.
Yeah, 4 tenths. He's going to send it into the final corner. He just needs a good exit to turn 14 and 15.
Yeah.
Here
he has
we
been
go.
looking strong through there, so this is it, the battle for the win. Kevin under pressure. Dambos breaks the latest out of the 2, and he's going to have to get a good exit. He has got a decent exit. He needs to save a bit of VRS coming out of Spoon all the way down the straight. They're really close together, Buckley. This is the closest it's been all race. He just needs a good run from Spoon. Runs a little bit wide, and again on the apex, and it's going to be a little bit too far back, I think, Buckley. In the slipstream, he's got enough DRS to go all the way down the straight, but he's too far back on this occasion. And it looks as if Kevin's going to be taking this victory unless Dambos is going to send an almighty lunge at the final chicane. And he can't do it, he's too far back. And a battle round the back. Is Shark going to send it on CJ Allen? They make contact, and CJ Allen's round! And they've made contact again. Oh! And it is FNT Kevin who takes the victory over Dambos. Tommy Real on his debut finishes on the podium. Shark with a recovery up to P4, Janino P5, Cineflow P6. Allen was down to 7th in the end. But a brilliant race from Kevin. He dominated from start to finish, took the lead at the start. And driver of the day on the screen was Tommy Real, and he was my driver of the day as well, Buckley.
Yeah, me too. Well, we were both wrong about Kevin. We said Dambos was going to take it, but Kevin, he got a superb.
He just absorbed the pressure, didn't he?
Yeah,
the
exactly. He got a superb restart from the safety car the second, so he managed to keep it.
He did everything he needed to.
Yeah, exactly.
And, yeah, his first win since Britain, as we said. So, great race from him. Dambos had great pace in that race, but just couldn't get round in the end. And yeah, Tommy Real, as we said in his debut, a great race from him. Picked up the pieces, didn't make any mistakes, and had some solid pace at the end as well to keep the cars behind. So, well done to all of those guys. But here is your grid for the Japanese Grand Prix. It is FNT Kevin who takes the victory yet again. Dambos in P2 takes fastest lap by the slimmest of margins. But he was P2. Tommy Real in his debut P3. Shark up to P4. Janino P5. Cineflow as well in P6. Allen down to 7th in the end. Max on his debut P8. Don't think he'll be disappointed, but there was an opportunity for a podium, I think, from him. Dean on his debut in 9. Steezy picking up a point as well in P10. Crook in P11, and your DNFs were Matty, Dangerman, Agonist Honey, STB Maudi, TMR Fale, and FXBR Davi. So that also means, as well, we haven't mentioned Buckley, the Ferrari are your Tier 2 Constructors Champions. Really strong performance from them this season as well.
Yeah, they've been brilliant from start to finish. They've really showed themselves both the Ferrari boys, and they've cleaned up the Tier 2 by winning both the drivers and the constructors. So well done to them.
Yeah.
It's been brilliant from them, and yeah, they'll be back next season, I'm sure.
Yeah, they've definitely been the strongest pairing on the grid. Yeah, brilliant from the two of them. And yeah, Kevin back on the top step of the podium where he belongs. So yeah, it was a pretty decent race overall. We saw some good battles, and yeah, Tommy Reel as well. As we said, he's your driver of the day, voted by us. So well done to him. And it looks as if we're going to have no interviewees tonight, as the guys on the podium don't speak English very well. So yeah, that wraps up the race, Buckley. What could be your last commentary as well? Hopefully we'll be seeing you on the grid next week in Tier 2.
A little
Should be
spoiler
good.
alert. Hopefully I'll be back next week in Tier 2 for my return to the racing, and not only to the league. My racing, I've been racing a few months, so hopefully I can get my pace back up and stuff like that. So this will be my last commentary, hopefully. I'll be back at the grid next week, so it's been a pleasure commentating with you, Mercury, and it's been a crazy couple of weeks.
Yeah, we've definitely treated this as some very good races when you've been commentating. So
it's been incredible.
Yeah,
I enjoyed every moment of it, and thank you. So yeah,
it's been great in the commentary box having you here. And as I said, we'll be looking forward to seeing you on the top step of the podium by the end of the season, I'm sure.
No pressure. Thanks.
But yeah, that wraps up your Japanese Grand Prix. Ferrari are your Constructors' Champions. So that means, Buckley, all of the championships are wrapped up in STB this season. Pretty early for all of them as well. From dominant performances from 2 Brazilians in each tier. So yeah, well done to them. And well done as well to all the podium sitters tonight and all the points finishers as well. Thank you for everybody who watched the stream as well. It's great to see your support. Yeah, so we return next week, Monday at 7:15 British time. Please do join STB Maudi and Rigsy, and they will take you for the Tier 1 race around the Circuit of the Americas for the US Grand Prix. And I will be back with DJ Danny a week today on Tuesday for the USA Grand Prix as well, usual time of 8 PM. So please do join us for both of them. They're going to be absolutely crackers. But we will see you then.